Hello, 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 hello. How are you? This is Els coming from Bemis Crafty Corner, and today I have something different. So, we've gone through storing ephemera and things like this, which is great for big pieces, but not so good for little pieces. And if you have any those PVC type things, and even some of the washi type stuff will stick to the plastic and you can't get it out, and it's kind of a pain in the butt to fish in there, so that's not the greatest idea. Tried this, but the problem with this is that if you have a little too much stuff in there, you can't get it all into the corners, so it kind of tends to pile up in the middle, and then it doesn't quite close. And to be honest, it's inconvenient to pull this out every time you need to, get something out of here. And you really can't see what you've got in any one of these, okay? So, what else have we tried? We have tried these types of books. Problem with these is that the holes are in the wrong spot. They're over here, which means you can't get over to the edge, We've built our own books. I have a couple of different ones that I have built that have, different types of pockets in them and things, and doesn't really work so well. So I have an idea that I have been working on, and I would like to show it to you today. It doesn't take a whole lot of stuff. It basically just needs a few tools to make it. You don't need the ink or anything like that. So I'm going to get everything out. I'll be right back. Okay, so what do we need? 110 pound cardstock. All right, you can buy a pack of this at Michael's. You can get it at Joann's, I believe, and you can get something similar to it at Hobby Lobby. I think there they call it heavyweight cardstock. I don't think that it's 110. You can also get this on Amazon. But 110 pound cardstock in whatever color you want. Scoreboard, you can use a small one for this. Some scoring tools, a paper trimmer. One of these. Do we know what this is? It's a photo box. Okay, it's one of those little photo boxes that you can get. You can find these in thrift stores. You can find them in Michael's. You can get them at Walmart. Okay, and what we're going to be doing is we're going to be building these to put in here. So there's two ways of doing it. You can do it this way, which is taller, and you can just write on it what you want, or you can make them shorter and put tabs on them so that you can read what's in each one of them. I'm going to give you the measurements for both. Most of these photo boxes are the same size. I know because I've measured like 20 of them that I have, so the dimensions should be pretty good. But what we're looking for here is a box that is 7 1/4 inches wide. This doesn't really matter. 7 1/4 inches wide, and you want it to be 4 1/4 inches tall inside. Those are the maximum sizes. So this one that stands up is 4 1/4. The one that's lower that you can write, make a tab for, this one is only 4 inches tall. Okay, so I'm going to give you the dimensions. I'm going to cut a few of these out, and we're going to put them in the box. Okay? Now, the convenient thing about this is that in the same space that this thing takes up, I can put 2 of these, but I can look down in there and see what I have. And so I can pull out 1 box or 2 boxes, fill it with the things that I use the most. Maybe use this to store the bulk, and the things that I use most often, I can refill these. So, that being said, I'm going to get out some paper and my paper trimmer, get everything else out of the way, and I'll be right back. All right, so we're very quickly going to make a couple of cuts here. 7 1/4 by 8 1/4. Now this will be the shorter of the two. Okay. And then we're just going to cut a 1-inch strip from what is left here. And then we're going to cut that into an 8-inch piece. It just works that way, or you can do 2 4s, whichever you prefer. I'll show you with the 4s. So 2 pieces that are 1 by 4 and 1 piece that is 7 1/4 by 8 1/4. And that is it for that one. Now for the other one, it's 7 1/4 by 8 3/4. Same 2 small pieces, okay? So when I come back, I'm going to show you the difference in the scoring, and then we'll do a quick assembly and get these in the box, okay? I'll be right back. Now, with the 8 1/4 at the top, you're going to score this at 4 and at 4 1/4. At 4 and at 4 1/4, okay? That's all the scoring on that, and then you're going to take these little pieces, you're going to score both of them exactly the same every 1/4 of an inch. So at a 1/4 of an inch, at 1/2 an inch, and at 3/4 of an inch. 1/4 of an inch, 1/2 an inch, 3/4 of an inch. Okay, so that's it for that one. Now on the other one, this is the one that is 8 3/4. So on this one, we're going to score just a little out. We're going to score at 4 1/4 and 4 1/2. Okay, 4 1/4, 4 1/2. The scoring on the 1-inch pieces is exactly the same at a 1/4 of an inch, 1/2 an inch, and at 3/4 of an inch. Okay. All right, so once we have all of those done, I'm going to get this out of the way and I'm going to come back and show you how to assemble this. This is easy peasy stuff. I'll be right back. All right, so we're going to take our base pieces and we're just going to fold up our score lines. Now, it is a 1/4 of an inch score line, so if it gives you any trouble, just use a ruler, okay? So let me show you. So if it's giving you trouble, just take a ruler, put it next to the score line, and then fold it up at the score line. Okay? And then turn it around and do the other side. Because sometimes that 1/4 of an inch is hard to do. So if you just do that, and then you can hit it with your bone folder to make it more definitive. Okay, so once we're done with those, we're going to take our 1-inch pieces, and the fold in the middle, we're just going to fold it in half, and then the flaps, we're going to fold back. So we're just going to mountain and valley this. And what we want is something that looks like that, like an M or a W, 2 little bumps, 1 bump on the other side, and 2 tails. That is all of the folding that we need to do. I'm going to do the second piece just so I can show you assembly real quick. And for this, we need glue. Do not use tape. Tape is not going to hold this. So what we're going to do is we're going to take one of our pieces. We're going to put glue on that flap side. Okay, on one of our flaps. Line up the hill right on the edge. And then do the same thing on the other side. Line up my hill along my edge. And if for any reason I've got something hanging out like this, I can just take it off. My scissors, and I'll just take that piece off. Probably has to do with where I put it at the bottom. All right, so now glue on this one. Glue on this one. Now here's the beauty of this, because it doesn't have a whole lot of ups and downs. You can literally hold this in with your thumbs and pull this part over, and it'll line up. Then hold it for a couple of seconds until it dries. And then you have a nice thick pocket, and you can move on to the next one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and finish these up, get them all in here, and then I'll be back. And I figure probably about 15 or 20 of them will fill the box. Okay? So I'll be back. Okay. So I pulled out one of my little boxes here that just said washi on it, which means that everything here should be pretty much made out of washi tape. Although I have to be honest, there's a lot of stuff in here I didn't think about that was in here. It just kind of all got put in. So I've got, I took the time to separate them. I've got washi tape botanicals. I have washi tape black and white, mostly botanicals, but there's some other pieces in there. I have these strips that are like washi tape. I have these that are washi tape, but you have to cut them apart because they're not, you know, they're just sheets. These, which should actually be in a whole different collection because those are skeletons and stuff. Those should be in seasonal stuff. I have some vintage stuff over here. This should be in the vintage one. I have all of these that are like tickets that should be in the tickets. I have these little pieces of washi tape. Those are like label type things. These are stamps. I have a whole selection of stamps, but for some reason these aren't in the stamps. And then I have two sets of these. One set is, they're kind of mixed together, but one set is like postcards and writing, and the other one is like butterflies and bugs. And so those are all in there together. I don't know why. So, in the interest of sorting all of this stuff out, and in full disclosure, some of this stuff I won't use, okay? For whatever reason, maybe it's too big, or it's just something that, you know, I've got 2 or 3 of, or something like that. So for me, what I do is I kind of tend to go through this stuff and pick out stuff that I will use, or may use, and I only keep one of each. See, I've got 2 of those. I don't want 2 of those. I can keep that one. He's kind of cute. So I'll go through. See, that goes over there. And then, see, I've reduced that down quite a bit. So now, the ones that I have doubles of and stuff can go back into here and go back in the box and get put away. And the ones that I'm going to actually be using I can put into one of my envelopes. Plenty of room in there. And put it in my box. And I'm going to kind of do that with all of these. And then I'll be back to show you how I'm going to use the system. I'll be back. All right. So I did do a little modification here. I have a bunch of these envelopes. These little zip pocket things left over from another project that I did, and So I used those here. So what I did is I used the pieces that I made as dividers. And so like this one is people. So if they're people, they're in here. But it allowed me to, let me pull these so we can take a look. It actually allowed me to put like vintage ladies in one, kids in another, fairies, Victorian, and then like the ones that have the wings on them into different pockets. And then I could put them in here. And so this tab is just marked people. And then this one is all stamps and tickets. So I was able to put stamps and ticket stuff behind that. So I used that system. Now these are A6 and they fit in here perfectly. I think I got them from Temu or AliExpress, one or the other. But I know that you can pick these up just about anywhere, but Amazon also has them. And I think I bought like a pack of 60 of them at the time, and it was like $10. But it works really well. Now I took everything from that big container that I had with all of those little boxes, photo boxes, and I have it all in here. All of it. It's all in here. Yeah. And this is so much easier because now I can just look and I can read what's here. You know, this is paper. So when I come in here and I look, this is all paper stuff back here. This one is tickets. So this is all tickets, all different types of tickets and stuff like that. And then this one here, I left this one empty, and the reason is because it's just like these label type things. It's all labels, and I didn't really have any that weren't a big collection. But I did mark this label so that if I'm using my labels and I decide I'm going to put one back, I can just shove it in here, and I can worry about filing it later. Okay? So that was the way that I went through that. Alrighty. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're new here and you haven't done so already, hit the button. Come on, George Jetson that thing. Hit the button and subscribe. Check out my community tab. I update on the regular there what I have posted, when it's coming up, when it's coming out, those types of things. And check out my Facebook group. There's a link in the description box below. Until I see you again, stay well, my friends. Bye-bye.